Welcome back to more PPG results, actually. So, first up, we have the 6th place Dragonmaid list for everybody. Now, I do think that this deck is pretty cool in terms of innovation and what we're adapting towards in the format here. Also, this trap card getting bounceability is probably one of the best things that this deck has. Also, it's searchable, so that's pretty easy. Also, you know, we get to score some in-house abuse with Noctivision, because we can turn any of our Dragonmaids, the little ones at least, into a Striker Dragon to basically start some cool little combos and things that we can do. So, hey, we're still a Dragon Toolbox. Who would have guessed? So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom in Joyous Spring, triple copies of the Black Metal Dragon. Now remember, we're still going to be able to stick our core normal summon onto the field, turn this into a Striker Dragon, and then we can go search for our good friend +1 Dragon, and then we'll start to be able to use Mr. +1 Dragon through link climbing, blah blah blah. You guys know what we do. We have triple copies of Chamber Dragonmaid, and then we have 1 copy of Ernest, 1 copy of Lapore, and we have 2 copies of Ghost Bell in the Haunted Mansion, 2 copies of Noctivision, 1 copy of the Little Nurse Dragonmaid, triple copies of Parlor Dragonmaid. Then we have 1 copy of Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, triple copies of Skullmeister, with 1 copy of Tempest, the Dragon Ruler of Storms. Wrapping up the main deck, or monsters here. Spells, we have 1 Dragon Ravine. Interesting enough, we have 2 Dragonmaid changeover. And I guess because the way that the metagame is adapting and kind of pushing us out of probably recursion. I mean, hi DD Crow, I see you over there, buddy. 2 of this, I guess, becomes more mandatory. We have triple copies of Hospitality, 1 copy of Gold Sarcophagus, triple copies of basically our Monster Reborn for the deck, with triple copies of Dragonmaid Tidying, and then triple copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, the new, fine, $42 trap card that you'll be able to add to your deck and stop your opponent. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say about it. This card's so freaking good. We have 1 Twin Triangle Dragon, 1 Striker Dragon, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 2 copies of the Hermetic Heavenly Spheres, 1 Pisty, 1 LP, 1 Romulus, 1 Access Code Machine, 1 True King of All Calamities, 1 copy of the Trishula Fusion, with 2 copies of House Dragonmaid, and 1 copy of Shio. Then we have triple copies of Lancia, triple copies of Droll and Lockbird, triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Triple Tactical Talents, and triple copies of Twin Twister, wrapping up your Dragonmaids. Now, I mentioned this in the earlier video in the day, but Twin Twister, it's another side deck option, alright? I guess it's just maybe the Florida region, but Twin Twister Machine is really, really, really getting some love. Also, credit for Ishaya Raphael for playing this, actually. This is very nice, actually. Next up, this, I believe, was 3rd place. And I'm covering this on this because I think that this is cool. So yeah, this was Jonathan Rodriguez, Eldritch Zodiac. But we're packing in the Dragoon engine. Now, you can actually access 2 monsters so easily in Zoo. And now basically you're able to play this control variant with your standard Zodiac engine to make Zeus, your control aspect. I mean, everything's a control aspect of this deck. I don't even know. We have triple copies of Ash Blossom in Joyous Spring, 2 copies of Eldritch the Golden Lord, 2 copies of Ghost Bell in the Haunted Mansion, 1 Skullmeister with 1 Bunny Blast, 2 copies of Ram, 1 copy of Throwblade, 1 copy of Whiptail with 1 Dark Magician, and 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon. Spells here, we have triple copies of Cursed Eldland, triple copies of Fire Formation Tenki, 2 copies of the Forbidden Droplet, of course, triple copies of the Red Ice Fusion. I mean, hey, see it this way, if they stop your sub-engine, or, you know, they disrupt your Zoo engine, you're just going to go into the Verte and then combo on them. And by combo on them, I mean make a Dragoon. Then we have 1 Barrage. Traps, we have triple copies of Conquistador, triple copies of Eldelixir, 2 copies of Haguero, with 2 copies of the Ice Dragon's Prison. And then we actually have some super tech here. Triple Summon Limit, wrapping up the main deck here. Like, this is frickin' sweet. Alright, then we have 1 Verte, 1 Link Spider, 1 Asa, 2 Tiger Mortar with 1 Hammer Bong, 1 Trident, 2 copies of Chaganine, 2 Borbo, 2 copies of Zeus, with 1 Dark Dragoon and 1 Cameraphagia. So if you get Maximus, you can use this to search for the Red Eyes Fusion and laugh at your opponent as you just snap their field away with the Dragoon Man himself. Side deck here we have triple Cycle Reader, triple copies of Lancia, triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, and triple copies of Evenly Matched, wrapping up Jonathan Rodriguez. Actually, I like this deck. If I was playing something like super fun right now, IRL, I'd probably play something similar to this, because this is probably where I would head. Alright. Now we have another Virtual World list for everybody here. Now the reason, this was 7th place, this was Nikolai Howlett's list. Now this was something that we talked about very early in the format. Actually, first looking at Virtual World. And it's the triple Overdrive Teleporter. And this card originally got bought out. This card's been bought out like 3 times in its life. But we actually got to see this card see some play. So remember, this thing can't be special summoned, but you can still summon your beautiful Virtual World monster off of the special summon clause, and you distribute it for the Overdrive Teleporter. Imperm's kind of phasing out of the format right now, so you kind of just get free real estate with this. So pay 2k, special summon 2 level 3 psychic monsters from your deck. Hey, by the way, he's level 6, so he's going to help you with your level 9 engine. We have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, triple copies of the Giant Space Rock, triple copies of Overdrive Teleporter Man, triple copies of Neon Neon, triple copies of Lily, triple copies of Lulu, triple copies of Lalau, and triple copies of Gigi. Then we have 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Emergency Teleport, 1 Foolish Barrel Goods, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Pot of Desires, triple talents, triple copies of Kowloon, triple copies of Qinglong, and triple copies of Choo Choo. Choo Choo. Extra deck down here. We have 1 Fan Fan, 2 copies of Mr. Tricking of All Calamities Machine. We have 1 Interblafnir, 1 Bambling Baguski. We have 1 Utopia Beyond and 1 Sky Thunder. And then we have 1 Shen Shen, 1 Geo Geo, 1 copy of Mech, 1 Stardust Charge, 1 Croc, 1 Coral, 1 Cloud Castle, and 1 Chao Feng. Remember, a few builds are bouncing back and forth between the 2 Cloud to 3 Cloud. It's kind of up in the air on, I guess, which variants that you want to play in your build, but I could go for either 2 Cloud or 3 Cloud. It really just depends on your general preferences and what you want to play as the players. Alright, side deck we have triple Lancia, triple copies of Droll and Lockbird, 2 copies of Ghost Bell, 2 copies of Forbidden Droplet, triple copies of Twin Twister with 1 Imperial Order, and 1 copy of Red Reboot, wrapping up Nikolai Howlett's list for everybody. And the last list I have for everybody is the infamous Drytron. I don't know what's so infamous about this, but I mean, this deck is gaining a lot of prowess. This did get 4th place, by the way, so that's very important to note. So, what do? We have triple copies of Artifact Lancia, 1 Dawn Knight, triple copies of Alpha Thuban, 1 copy of Beta Restaban, 2 copies of Delta Alteus, 1 copy of Altanin, triple copies of Aldebaran, with 1 Ava, triple copies of the Herald of the Orange Light, 1 Purple Light, 1 Manju, 1 Vanity's Ruler, triple copies of Ben 10, 1 Natasha, 1 Draconius, and 1 copy of Herald of Perfection. Not Herald of Ultimateness. Then we have triple copies of Cyber Emergency, triple copies of Drytron Fafnir, triple copies of Drytron Nova, with 1 Foolish Barrel, 1 Metanius Drytron, and triple copies of Preparation of Rites. Extra deck here, we have the 1 Union Carrier, the 1 Anima, the 1 Link Kribo, the 1 Unicorn, the 1 Phoenix, the 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Herald of Barrage, 1 Geonator Transverser, 1 Apollosa, 1 Access Code, 1 Kringashi Fucho, 1 Sky Thunder, 1 Nova, 1 Makaba, and 1 Anitis. Side deck here we have triple Ash, triple Droll, triple Nibiru, 1 copy of Quadrantius with 1 Feather Duster, triple Twin Twister, and 1 copy of Red Reboot, wrapping up your chunk of deck profiles from the PPG this weekend. Woo! Some very interesting stuff here. So, what do you guys think about all these lists? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think about these decks. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about these. I'll see your beautiful faces later on in the day. Peace out.
Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well,
I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.